Listen, Bravo need to stay. Listen, y'all come on in here. Come on in. Tracy, you better be here. Little baby, you better be here. Xavier, you better be here. Y'all asked me to do this. Y'all better be here. So when y'all better drop down. Where's Xavier? Roll call. Hey Brandon. Hey Dance Hop. Hey Quake. Roll call. Where is little baby? Where's Xavier? And where's Tracy? Y'all asked me to do this, and I am back. Baby, let me tell you something. The way I'm sorry, Dance Hop. I'm sorry that they spoiled it for you, baby. You know that was not gonna stay on the wraps. Baby, first of all, okay, so we are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City finale. Okay. Now I'm because it is the actual episode, I'm gonna go through what had happened, but you know we really only gonna talk about the stuff that we're gonna talk about. But let me go on and go through what had happened. Let me go ahead and go through what had happened. So first of all, let me say this to Bravo. Who is the production company for the real? It's Shed Media, I believe, for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Fuck Bravo. I don't want to cuss because I don't want to cuss too early. You know, they say you ain't supposed to cuss in your videos or drop the heavy bombs in your videos too soon. So I gotta wait a few minutes before I really cuss. But baby, Bravo. Y'all did that. Let me tell you something. The way this whole finale was shot, oh, y'all did that. It was not overhyped. You know, a whole lot of people be overhyping. It was not overhyped. Y'all did that. The way y'all did the flashbacks where y'all started at the end and then you took us back and then you brought us to baby, please. Baby, please. This episode was everything. This finale was everything. What's up, Brandon? Thank you for becoming a member, my love. Everything. Do you hear me? Or rejoin. You remember already. I can't overhype it. I can't overhype it. So listen, we still in damn Bermuda. And we start this episode off. We see Heather is down on the beach, looking all upset, talking about, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? Jen, you can't be jumping ahead, Jen. You can't jump ahead. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. And then we see the flashback of the final dinner with all the ladies arguing with each other, right? And if I'm being honest, I felt like that whole scene was a bit dramatic, even for the ladies. And as I saw the episode unfold, I said, oh, they was kind of acting a little bit. I mean, they meant it a little bit, but they was acting a little bit. So we keep seeing these flashbacks between Heather talking on the beach to the ladies, right? Talking about something. I've got something to tell you guys. I mean, this is just really hard. It's really serious, but I gotta let you know. I've confirmed it. Like she was being so the way they edited it, it was so dramatic, and it was like I didn't even want her to talk faster. I was just like, what? She was like, girl, I can't even. They didn't even want her to talk no faster. You know what I'm saying? They were just kind of like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Heather was like, I have something to tell you guys. You're just not going to believe it. And it's very important. It's very serious. And, I just got to let you guys know. So then we flash it back to the final morning, right? It's the final day on the island. And producers, I saw how y'all slid in there that clip of Lisa without her makeup on. Remember how much of an issue Lisa made earlier in the season about her makeup not being perfect and not coming on camera without her makeup on? Did y'all see how the producer slid that little clip of her standing on the balcony without her makeup on? I said, I see y'all. I see y'all. Okay. So it's the next morning after Whitney was drunk and was coming after Heather down, talking about you explode. Y'all remember that last episode that was 2 weeks ago, but y'all remember that. So Whitney wakes up half hungover in the bed with Monica. Monica is like, girl, you okay? And Whitney was like, yeah, she said that she tried to talk to Heather when they got home. She tried to talk to Heather when they got home. But Heather still wasn't trying to have a conversation with her. She was like, I didn't understand. I didn't realize that Heather would be that upset. Like, I just didn't understand. I'm like, what? Like, girl, you straight up attacking her, walking through the streets of Bermuda, yelling at her at the top of your lungs, talking about she exploited your sexuality. Girl, you thought she wasn't supposed to be mad? Child, Nay, I just looked at your anniversary video with Benji. Y'all are a mess. Anyway, y'all are a mess. A whole mess. Anyway, and so Whitney was like, she said that she just decided that when Heather wouldn't talk to her, that she would, go down to the beach and sort of mourn her friend's passing and sort of, excuse me, I'm tired. It's her friend's passing. And so Monica told her, girl, Lisa asked where you were, and she said that you were being dramatic. And Whitney was like, oh my gosh, that pisses me off. Like, she was the one that was yelling on the yacht yesterday. Who's being dramatic, me or her? So it's their last day there, and they're going to ride on mopeds, and they're going to go shopping, okay? So we see the ladies go down to the mopeds. Monica then ran into the wall. They ride around on the mopeds. No, before they leave, Whitney goes to talk to Heather. Whitney, girl, you really just be doing too much. Like, I know that this whole episode got hijacked with Monica and what we found out about Monica, but for a second, I just need to stay here for a second with this whole Whitney and Heather situation. Girl, you're doing too much. Heather was like, girl, I literally read to you everything that was in the book about you. So even though you had not read the book, you knew what I said in the book about you. You said there were certain things you wanted me to take out. I took those things out. I read to you what it said. You okayed it, and that is it, and that is all. Girl, you act like half this book was about you. You act like half this book was about you. Heather literally read what was about Whitney, and Whitney was like, yeah, but I just didn't know what it sounded like after we took those words out. And you can see the look on Heather's face like, girl, what? Like, girl, what? Well, I just felt like, you were exploiting my sexuality. Like, you made it seem like, like I was taking pictures for my husband for our anniversary. Girl, Whitney at the time, for those of you that don't know, at the time, Heather was a professional photographer, and she took bedroom pictures, probably mainly for women as gifts to their husbands, significant others, whatever. So, girl, you said she was exploiting my sexuality. If anything, I feel like that was exploiting Heather. Not exploiting, but that was exposing Heather, because, girl, she was a whole bedroom photographer to pay her bills, to feed her children. Like, I don't feel like she was exploiting anybody. I mean, I ain't read the book, if I'm being honest. I ain't read the book, but it just really didn't sound like it was that serious. Whitney, you are a fucking drama queen. Drama queen. Moving forward. Right. Whitney is literally a blurb in the book. So you could tell that Heather was still irritated because Whitney was like, you were being so dramatic. And Whitney was like, yeah, me. Dramatic. Okay. But I feel like at this point, she already had other stuff on her mind. Right? So she really couldn't focus on Whitney and her dramatics at that moment. So we leave, like I said, they ride the mopeds, and they go shopping. Well, while they were at the store, Heather didn't have her credit card. And I don't know if this was on purpose or by accident. I honestly don't. Because at that point, Heather was already on to Monica. She was just waiting for confirmation. She already had the information that Monica was the person that we're going to find out Monica was. She said she was just looking for the information to verify it, right? So I don't know if Whitney was faking. I mean, if Heather was faking, like she didn't have her credit card. Because let's be clear, Heather, you don't have Apple Pay. I mean, you don't have Apple Pay. I know the total was $700, but Heather, I know you got $700 in your bank account. Like, I know your debit card had $700 in it. And on my Apple Pay, I might be telling y'all TMI, but on my Apple Pay, I have a credit card stored. Now, my default is my debit card. But if I need to switch it up, I have one of my credit cards in my Apple Wallet, so I could switch it up if I need to. Sometimes you don't want to use your debit card. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, it felt weird to me. And then when Angie said the same thing, it was like, oh yeah, I don't have my credit card either. Neither one of y'all got Apple Pay and had enough to pay that $700. So a part of me felt like Heather was trying to embarrass Monica to see if she had the $700 and to see if her credit card would go through. A part of me did. But I said, a part of me was like, you already owe me a couple of $1,000, girl. You can go ahead and pay for this perfume. I don't know. I might be putting 20 or 10. But it did make me feel some kind of way that I was like, girl, you can't use your debit card. But anyway, I mean your Apple Pay. But anyway, never mind. Moving on. So with that being said, we get back to the house. May I be on the app, but doesn't Google have the same thing? Doesn't Google have it so you can? Well, I thought Google had the same thing. I don't know. I don't have an Android, and I never did. I've never had an Android, so I don't know. Okay, maybe they don't have an iPhone. That's true, but I think they do. But never mind. It don't matter. It's such a minute detail. It don't matter. It's just something that y'all know how I be thinking about these things. So they get back to the house, and then we see Heather get this phone call. Now, mind you, production did a great job of spreading this out and splicing it up and editing it. So we were literally on an edge. They have Google Pay. I thought they had Google Pay. Anyway, right. So again, it's a minor detail, but it really did make me be like, Heather, girl, stop it. But it's so not that serious. So then Heather gets this mysterious phone call. And she was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? And like she walks away from production. She goes out on her balcony. Production tries to come in there. She won't let production. And she is literally crying. Like you can hear her through the door crying. And she was like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. So then we get another splice, right? Where we see starting. We see, Heather and the ladies coming down, and Heather, we see Heather getting, we see her cleaned up a couple of hours later, she ready for dinner. We see her go down to the dinner. She got the table set up like a triangle. She's hosting the final dinner. It's for the theme is a Bermuda Triangle. They have these little dolls that are reminiscent of the little pilgrim dolls they had. Pilgrim ain't the right word, but y'all know the little dolls, the little homemade dolls they made. And they playing one of their little games, child, where whoever doll you have to ask their secrets or something. I don't know. Ask them about something, whatever. So we start off with Whitney confronting Lisa about the dramatic comment. Pioneer, thank you, Native Pioneer. Confronting her about the dramatic comment. And it was funny because, child, they said dramatic 5,617 times. And yes, they are both dramatic, and they're being dramatic about dramatic of the dramatics. All their asses is dramatic. Like Lisa said, when they finally got done arguing, all of their asses said the same thing. Yeah, we're all dramatic. Yes. And Lisa, you are the most dramatic person. You and Whitney do fight for the top spot when it comes to dramatic, especially now that Jen is gone. But then we had another cutback to Heather. It was Heather's turn to go. Meredith told Heather that she felt like, she would have wished that Heather would have supported her more when the whole thing came out about the text messages and stuff like that. And she said, I really felt like you could have supported me more. And Heather was like, well, like, Meredith, you weren't defending yourself. Like, I can't fight harder than you were fighting. Like, you weren't defending yourself. And I mean, it sounded like it could be true. So she was like, so Monica, like, why do you think we weren't defending Meredith more? And Monica was like, because I had the receipts, I had the facts, I had this, I had that. Heather was like, but not the truth. She was like, well, that's what I started. I said I had the receipts. She was like, oh, receipts. Oh, okay. I said, girl, you don't even know they setting you up. You don't even know they setting you up. So then we get another cutback. And I like that Fendi bag you had, Miss Heather. That little Fendi bag was real cute. Can I have it? Anyway, so we cut back to an hour later, and we're back on the beach with Heather. So we see Whitney come down, and Whitney is like, Heather, what's wrong? Girl, what's wrong with you? Heather, what's going on? What's wrong, Heather? She said, I just rather wait till everybody get here. So then here come Lisa. You know Lisa dramatic ass. Heather, oh my gosh, what's wrong? You got me so oh my gosh, you got me so nervous. What's happening? Oh my gosh, Heather. What's going on, Heather? Then Meredith come down there. Meredith was like, Heather girl, what's up? So Heather says, look, you guys. And of course, you know, again, they had to make it dramatic. They stretched it out. But basically, Heather was like, look, I was suspecting some things about Monica, that she wasn't who she said she was. I know that her and Tanisha were friends, best friends at one time. Now, Tanisha, I did a video on Miss Tanisha a couple of weeks ago. Remember I did that video where Tanisha did the Instagram stuff. Monica's on IG Live. I figured she would be. That's why I started not to do this, because I figured she would be. But it's still only so much she could say because of the reunion. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Let me see if I can screen record it while she's on IG Live. It ain't coming up on my. Oh, yes, it is. Okay. It's amazing. Here we go with Heather. All right, I'm gonna screen record it. I'll go back and watch it later. Looks like she's doing like a watch along with the episode. But you know, she can't say but so much because the reunion is coming up. No, not Tanisha from Bad Girls Club. Tanisha was actually worked for the production. She's a stylist. She did hair. She did Heather's hair and stuff. Now, what I find interesting, well, we'll get to that. Don't let me forget to go back to Tanisha. So Heather reached out to Tanisha and she said Tanisha told it. Tanisha was like, here goes some screenshots, here's some messages, here's the emails, like to prove that Monica was actually running this troll account called ReallyBTV. And the troll account was basically an exposure type account for all things Salt Lake City. A couple of years ago, you remember that video that dropped of Jen Shaw cussing out the designer that did her reunion dress? That was Monica. Monica was the one that filmed that footage, and Monica was the one that put it out there. So Heather said once she got all of that information from Tanisha, she said she wanted to further confirm it. No, she said what her first suspicion was, well, she said she had suspicions. But she said another suspicion was when she went to Beauty Lab to get Monica a gift card for her birthday, and it came up that Monica was already in their system under 3 different Monicas. All 3 of them, first name was Monica, but it was 3 different last names. So Heather knew then something's up. And then one of those names owed them money, hadn't paid their bill, which we now know that there's a lawsuit, countersuit, whatever. So then she went to Tanisha. Tanisha confirmed it, gave her receipts. So then she said she went to somebody else. Now they bleeped out who that was. So I don't know if she went to like a private investigator. I don't know if she went to a tech company. I don't know. They wouldn't say, they bleeped it out. So we don't know who this person was that gave her this undisputable evidence. So she told the ladies, baby, the ladies have lost it because that account had trolled them for years. And they showed screenshots of different things that troll account put out. They talked about Whitney was a swinger and her husband did these things. And like they had put out rumors and things about everybody, not just Jen Shaw, but everybody. So, baby, they was done. So Heather was like, listen, I want to confront her at dinner, but I need y'all to have my back. So then we go back to dinner where Heather was like, well, Monica, I have a question for you. She was like, I realized I found out that you aren't who you say you are. And of course, like I said, they made it all dramatic and everything, y'all. And at first, Monica was like, What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. So then when Heather came right out and was like, you are Reality Von Teese, and you have been trolling us for years, and you have been putting our deepest, darkest secrets out there for years. So at first, Monica tried to be like, oh Lord, here come Prophet. Anyway, hey Prophet. So she was like, so finally she was like, you know what? It's sort of true. So now they were like, well, what the hell you mean it's sort of true? So Monica's version of the story is, yes, I was a part of Reality Von Teese. However, I didn't start Reality Von Teese, and the way she made it seem like was that Reality Von Teese is a conglomerate. Like it was a group of people who were trying to bring down Jen Shah. And her thing was, listen, our goal was to bring down Jen Shah. Prophet, because you know you be giving me a hard time. She said our goal was to bring down Jen Shah, and everybody else was just collateral damage. Now, clearly, this scene was edited. We know because I'm sure they were out there arguing forever. So clearly, this scene was edited. But based on what they showed us, only thing Monica admitted to was releasing the video of Jen Shah. But baby, why But here go Meredith. She said you were the one that was with Jen Shah when somebody stole that clutch out my store. Now y'all remember a couple of seasons ago when they had that footage of Jen Shah in the store and one of her employees stole a clutch. Remember that? And remember Jim was like, that wasn't me, that was my employee. And when I got home and realized they stole it, blah, 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 blah. Remember that? Yeah, remember that? Baby, it was Monica. And they showed the beautiful bean footage. Meredith was like, girl, you had blonde hair back then. And of course, that was during the Panorama. So she had a mask over her face. But baby, it was Monica. And then production showed footage of Monica going into Meredith's store this season talking about, oh my gosh, this is my first time here. It's so cute. Meredith was like, girl, you was lying. You had been in my store before. Right, Tracy. Now you know why they all believe that she stole Lisa's ring. So she said, listen, Tanisha started that page. And Tanisha. Now, again, if y'all go back to the video I did where Tanisha went live a few weeks ago, Tanisha said, you tried to get me fired. You lied on me. She said, I can't tell it all. Wait till I can tell it. She said, but you tried to get me fired and you tried to lie on me and you tried to pull me into your. And I thought in that moment, I said, let me be clear. As of a couple of weeks ago, Monica was still working for Heather. She did Heather's hair for her green screens. And y'all know they film the green screens after the season is over. So the fact that Tanisha is still working for production and for Heather makes me feel like whatever receipts Tanisha showed proved that she didn't do nothing. To me, that's what it means. To me, that's what it means. Because she still works for production and she still works for Heather. So if she started the page, now when I noticed a couple of things, let me tell you what I noticed. And I understand that Angie is not an OG, but I noticed that Angie wasn't a part of this pre-planning. And I also noticed that when it got flipped around on Angie, I think Angie, listen, Monica accused Angie of being a part of the whole thing too. And she said, don't get me started on you, Angie. You better be careful. You better be careful. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think Angie might have been a part of the bullshit. Because I feel like Angie was being a little... Did y'all think Angie was... What they say, me thinks he protests too much? Did y'all think Angie was doing a lot for nothing? I think Angie might be a part of it, y'all. And I think Monica might be holding that in her back pocket. But she definitely threatened Angie. And Angie picked up them flowers like she was going to throw them flowers. Monica said, do it. Throw them. She said, throw the flowers. Throw them. And Angie sat her happy ass right on down. Now, I think Angie might be caught up in this too, if you want to know the truth of the matter. Now, that's what I think. So, Heather gets up and gives this whole speech. I ain't even going to go through this whole daggone speech, child, because I ain't got time for it. Heather gets up and go through this whole speech about how we are OGs and we've been through all this with Jen, but we had history with Jen and we're not going to do this again. And I went out here and I defended Jen, even though I was lying, even though Jen was the one that gave me my black eye. Bitch, my mouth there. Now, let's be clear. I always thought it was Jen Shaw. You can go back to my reviews from last season, the finale. Hell, I think I even talked about it on Ultimate Girls Trip. I always thought it was Jen. And I always thought Heather was covering for Jen. But to hear her admit it and for her to throw it out there the way she threw it out there, baby, I was like, oh. And I honestly believe that the rest of the girls, that Heather had not told the rest of them. I honestly believe Heather had not told the rest of them because their reactions seemed very genuine. Baby. I was like, what? I said, what? I said, what? I said, what? Girl. I said, oh my. Oh my. Huh. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That one took me. Again, I always believed it was Jen. I always believed it was Jen. But for Heather to just throw it out there, baby. Because, baby, I thought Heather was going to take that one to her grave. I ain't lying to you. I thought she was going to take that one. I said, Heather ain't going to never come up off of that one. Yeah. Oh, Heather definitely secured her snowflake. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. And Monica did too, depending on how Monica played it at the reunion. Because let's be clear. And did y'all hear how Monica tried to, when she was coming, her and Lisa were going back and forth? Y'all heard how Monica threw it out there at Lisa that she's a Trump supporter. Y'all heard how she threw it out there? Child, all the women's probably Trump supporters. We know that, girl. We know that, girl. All of them was probably Trump supporters. I think, well, you know, we saw a preview for the reunion. It's a 3-part reunion, so y'all know they're gonna drag this shit out. But Heather probably won't tell us until part 3 of the reunion. I don't anticipate us getting to the black eye and really digging deep into Monica until part 3. I feel like I can't check IG because I'm screen recording Monica's live. What's in IG, Tracy? Just tell me what it is. I'm screen recording Monica's live. And I don't have my other device. It's not charged up. How Jen make a statement from jail? Hold on. That's worth me ending this. Wait a minute. What? These people in jail. These people in jail. Oh my god. I ain't even ready yet. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh Lord, hold on. Okay, it looks like she's just basically like doing a live review of the episode. Okay, let me go to my Instagram. I cannot. Oh my god. Okay. Jen Shaw said the following. Bravo. If I punched Heather in the eye, you guys would have footage to prove it. It's clear the show can't live without me since I was brought up at the beginning, middle, and end of the season. For Andy is at the end of season 4. My bad. Andy is still butthurt that I turned down his one-on-one interview. Why would you sit down with someone who gave another cast member a black eye? Next story. Okay, so Jen, this is how I know you did it. Because none of this shit makes sense. I can break all of this down. This is how I know you did it, Jen. This is how I know you guilty. Number one, if I punched Heather in the eye, you guys would have footage to prove it. Not if the cameras had gone down. Y'all do know that on a reality show, it is not 24 hours. You guys do know that they take the cameras down and I mean, not take the cameras down. They stop filming at a certain point, especially if they're in people's private room. Remember on the Real Housewives of Atlanta when they had the whole butt naked party after dark? Notice the cameras were in the common areas. Now they covered the cameras up, but the cameras were in the common area. They didn't have cameras in people's bedrooms all hours of the day and night. It was in the living room, the kitchen, and outside. That is where the cameras were. They mount cameras in common areas, but in people's private area, they do not mount cameras. They film and they're done. Okay. Remember, Heather and Jen was drunk as hell, running around with their boobs hanging out. They had gone up to the room. We literally saw Heather go to bed. Remember, the last piece of footage we had was Heather coming in her room, turning the lights out, closing the door. Then remember, we saw somebody at the door, but we didn't see the camera inside. And then the next morning, remember, we went through all this last season. Now, I guess that footage is the same place the Kathy Hilton footage is. I'm just saying. But let's not act like those cameras are up 24 hours a day, especially in people's private bedroom area. I was brought up at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the season, child year, whatever. Andy is still butthurt that I turned down his one-on-one interview. I think in the long run, you're going to be more butthurt than he was that you turned down his interview. But okay, girl. Why would you sit down with someone who gave another cast member a black eye? Because they didn't know it was you when they offered you the one-on-one interview. I believe Heather really didn't say anything. I honestly, truly don't think that Heather told production what happened. I really don't. I don't think Andy knew. I don't think production knew. Now, I'm sure they had their suspicions, but I don't think they had proof. And unless Heather was willing to say it, was nothing more they can do with it. Hell, they knew Jill ass was getting ready to go to jail anyway, so I'm sure they didn't even put a whole lot of energy into it, right? But the fact that you're saying, oh, because he was willing to have a one-on-one interview meant that you weren't guilty, girl, bye. That's not what that means. That's not what that means. So, with that being said, the final thing I'm gonna say on this is I agree with you, Phil, when you say, because here's the thing. Do I think that Monica saved the season as far as her shadiness throughout the season and her green screens and all of that? Absolutely. This show was really in trouble without Jen Shah. Whether you like Jen Shah or not, she brought drama and she moved the story along, and everything was about Jen and her being crazy, right? Even especially when she got arrested. However, I do think that it was shady as hell. I do think that it was shady as hell that this woman was running a whole troll account that was exposing these women, that was using her access to Jen Shah and the inner circle to tell their true/lies. I do. And I believe, and I said it then, I believe that she set up Meredith. I believe she sent those text messages to Meredith and sent them to herself. And I believe she was setting Meredith up. I also believe, I can't feel, this is my 4th time live today, baby. I'm sorry. I can't. I don't have it in me. I do not have the bandwidth. I'm so sorry. I don't. I don't. But I'm sure they're gonna be talking about this, so we can do another live later on in the week on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, the finale or the reunion. I tell you what, better yet, I promise I will have a live and drop the line at some point during the reunion. I don't have the band because I'm about to get off here in a few minutes. I ain't got the bandwidth. I literally have been live 4 times today. But I promise you that I will drop the link. I will do that. I will do that later on. But I honestly feel like exactly, Crystal. I think it sets a dangerous precedent if Bravo allows Monica to come back. I just think it sets it now, depending on what comes out during the reunion and what other information Monica wants to throw out there. I just think it sets a dangerous precedent. But remember, if y'all remember, y'all can go back to my first review of the season when Monica first told us that she snitched on Jen and she testified against Jen. What did I tell y'all then? I said you can't trust her. I said then you can't trust her. But Phaedra didn't go back to the same show. And honestly, what Monica did is different than what Phaedra did. What Phaedra did was dirty. In my opinion, it was dirty. But what Phaedra did was different than what Monica did. And let's be clear, Phaedra took a 8-year hiatus, and she ain't even on the same show. But I think that was just in Monica's live. It's on pause right now. It's something else. Oh, all right, let me go back. I was screen recording it. Hold on, let me see. Sure, all the Bravo blogs are gonna pick it up if Monica says anything. Oh, wait a minute. Tanisha's live.
We'll start this off is by saying expectations in this city precede us.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play Tanisha's live. Child, I'm getting off of here though. I ain't gonna be here all night. But I'm gonna let y'all hear Tanisha. But Tanisha is the stylist. I'm gonna let y'all hear what she said. Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all hear what she said.
Okay.
Wait a minute. It's not picking up.
We'll start this off.
Oh, here it is.
Our reputations in this city precede us. If you know me, if you've worked with me, if you've been around me, you know my character. If you know Monica, if you've experienced Monica, if you've seen what she's capable of, it's wild. I definitely have a lot to say. I definitely have a lot of evidence to show that she is lying, completely lying. I just want to make sure I say it with a level-headed.
Oh, that's all. Hold on. Oh no, not Krishan. Hold on, cause I follow her on Instagram. Hold on, let me find Tanisha, cause I follow her on Instagram. Child, you know I follow her after I found her. Hold on, let me see if I can find her. I forgot what her name is. Here it is right here. Tanisha Styles. I think this is her right here. Yeah, this is her right here.
Liar. This girl lies through her teeth, and I cannot wait to start posting these receipts. Oh my god. Spoiler alert. Just so we know. Let's get it going. It was Tanisha's account. It was Tanisha. Tell us what you did on ReallyBTV. It's a fair question, and they told me all for 4 years. She didn't partially run the account. She ran that account. Monica, she hated Jen, and now she is Jen 2.0. She is a liar, a deceiver. Wow. Comfortably sitting there lying. Comfortably sitting there lying. It's okay. I've got a receipt to back up everything that I've ever dealt with for this woman. Ever. Can't wait. Okay. I was fully aware of that page. Fully around for all of it. At that time in my life, I just really thought I was supporting my friends and doing the right thing by supporting them because they had gone through traumatic experiences with someone else. And so this is what they wanted to do. And I was like, I don't have no beef with this girl, but hey, I mean, if this is how you guys feel like I can best support you and your trauma, then me being who I was and loyal to a fault, obviously, supported them and thought that this was how I could support them. As my career started taking off, I fell more and more back from that group of people, Monica, um, and stopped wanting to hear about it. And it's just what it is.
So she did drop this one receipt. Hold on, I just screenshot it. Tracy, I'm gonna. If I don't know if you already follow her or not, but I'm about to send you her Instagram so you can start following her because I know, girl, I know you gonna want to know. So I'm about to send you the screenshot of her Instagram, but it's Tanisha. It's Tanisha underscore Styles. TENESHA underscore Styles. If anybody wants to follow her, but she did just drop. She did post this one receipt. Let me see what it is because I couldn't read it on the screenshot. It was too small. So let me gotta. So it looks like it's a group chat between her and Monica. Monica says, okay. Okay. So it looks like it was a group chat that Tanisha was in, and it looks like they're talking about Jen. And Tanisha says, girl, no Jen stuff, please. And Monica responds, girl, leave the chat then, LOL. And Tanisha says, if I had the option, I would have left a long time ago. Just send it on to Koa, Koa. I would rather hear updates about my friend's life than Jen. So I guess that's one of her receipts showing that she was in the group chat, but got tired of hearing about Jen Shaw. I don't know. All I'm gonna say is this: this is about to get real. Listen, they're gonna be dropping receipts all damn night. I do have some of Monica's, but anything Monica says, that's explosive. Y'all know the blogs will pick it up. But I'm going because I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. I've been working all day. I've been working hard all day. I've been live all day long. Oh, hold on. Let me turn this thing off. Tracy, let me send you that before I forget, because girl, you know I'll forget, child. But follow Tanisha. I'm sure she's gonna have more to say before the night's over. Monica is live. You guys can just follow her on Monica Garcia. It's just Monica Garcia on Instagram. You guys can find her. Let me see. Let me see something real quick before we get off of here, child. Yeah, if you just type Monica Garcia, it comes right up. And child, she's still live. Oh, wait a minute. Is she still? Yeah, she's still live.
So crazy, guys. That's little inside tea. We're all here. Hi. Oh, inside tea. You guys at dinner was at like 2 in the morning. It was so late. It was crazy. I was scared your mom tried to share. Let's see. The photo shoot you posted was so good. Thank you. I should have taken my song about Portugal instead. You are right about that. I really should have. Oh, Andy, come here. They want to see your booty again.
You have to pay for that.
Okay. Child, she ain't saying nothing. She's just with her friends and they're tweeting. She's eating it up. She's eating it up. So I will definitely, you say she's going to be on Carlos King. Somebody going to interview her. Somebody is definitely going to interview her. I didn't even reach out to her because I knew she couldn't say anything until the finale. And now that the finale's dropped, everybody and their cousin going to try to get her. So like, you're right. Carlos probably going to have her. Child, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if they got her down to the reunion. But anyway, I gotta go, y'all. I'm going to bed. I have to get up and go back to work tomorrow. My vacation is over. I have enjoyed my vacation. Thank y'all for being here. I will see y'all later. Like I said, I probably will not be live tomorrow. I may do a quick drop if the blogs, whatever the blogs are giving me. But other than that, we will do a live for one of the reunion episodes, and I will drop the link. So, and Phil, you will be the first one at the door. Okay. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Everybody have a good night and sleep well. And I will see y'all later. Mwah. Peace.